So here we are at the scenic, beautiful river, way out in the middle of nowhere. And here we got some bedrock. And here's our bedding planes. You can see the different layers. So we're going to drop some water on here to show us which direction the dip is going. So now that we've determined the rough direction of dip, we're going to use any straight edge you have. I just happen to have a ruler here. I'm going to make your dip line. And that gives you your direction of dip. So, now that we've determined our dip direction, we're going to use our compass and use this line right here to find the strike. We're going to line that up with your dip line, and then using the top edge of the compass or the bottom, it doesn't matter. Now we have our strike. So this is our dip, and this is our strike. That's going to be 90 degrees or perpendicular to each other. So, to find your dip, you see how the compass is set north, pointed towards the marker. We're going to set it into dip mode, which you turn to east-west. So your east lines up with one mark and your west lines up with the other. So now that our compass is set into dip mode, we now have a clinometer, which is an instrument for measuring angles of slopes. So here we see we're perfectly horizontal, so we're at the 0 mark, and as you can see they go up to 90 degrees, which if you held it horizontal, so perpendicular to horizontal, you see it's at 90 degrees. So now that we have your clinometer, we're going to place that on your dip line. And that black arrow is going to point to your angle of dip, which I believe is 20 degrees. So, now that we know our angle of dip is 20 degrees, we're going to write that right there. Now you have 20 degrees dip. So, now that we have our direction of dip, we're going to find out which direction we take the strike in. So, that's our direction of dip. And the right hand rule indicates you place your right hand down your dip and you take the strike in the direction which your thumb is pointing. Okay, so now that we've determined our strike direction, we're going to take our compass and point the mirror in the direction which we want to take our strike. So you align the top edge of the compass with our strike line, and while keeping the compass level, we're going to put Fred, which is the needle, to bed, which is the red arrow on the bottom of the compass. So now that we have Fred in bed, he's all nice and cozy, we're going to read the compass, which indicates it's at 244 degrees. So we write down our strike measurement as 244 degrees. And our dip is 20 degrees. So let's say we take a strike direction of less than 100 degrees. So remember, it's always a 3-figure measurement. So, as the compass says, 69 degrees. We're just going to place a 0 here to keep our 3-digit strike measurement. And your dip is always going to be 2 digits. So if you end up with 9 degrees on your dip, just throw a 0 in there.